What's up, family? It's your girl Stephanie, aka Udini Has to Stop Papa. Yo, so only got 20% battery on my phone, but when I looked to start this read, it was 555. So, family, massive changes, big changes are happening. I know for me, I feel like there was a really huge change, something that I was working towards, a goal I was working towards. Uh, for decades, I feel like has I've figured it out. And so that's just the beginning. Now it's time to figure out how to market it, but also to put the finishing touches, okay, on it, and then figure out how to market it. But just kind of let's tap in and see what messages come through. But major changes are happening, family. So it says you didn't allow them to destroy your innocence. Okay? Like I said, I've been working on this for a long time. Right? This theory that I've been testing. And I didn't allow anyone to destroy my innocence. The childlike wonder I had about it. You know, some people be like, well, that's against all standards, like all rules, to say that you can do this without doing that. But it's possible. More will come as everything unfolds. But so yeah, there were some dream killers, some people that really didn't. I was gonna say they didn't really encourage you, but at the end of the day, it's your vision, and people can't really. They're not gonna be able to see your vision, especially when what you are doing is going against the norms, going against scientific study or what people know as scientific studies, or whatever you do may defy gravity, or you just never know. But and then the next card is they're not taking responsibility. So as you achieve the impossible, right, there's going to be people around you that you are not going to take with you on the next level, because they're not going to own up to the fact that they didn't really believe you. They're not going to own up to the fact that they were trying to stop you, make your life harder. Exactly. It says attempt to make you feel ostracized, unworthy, and pushed back. These people are not. And then the next card is attacks in your dreams. These people are not going to take responsibility for how they tried to destroy your innocence, how they tried to destroy the dream that is inside of you. Make you feel crazy, make you feel stupid for even trying something that should, otherwise be looked at as fool's gold. Okay, it says love will never have you in competition. And the next card, it says why they want to know about your blessings when they ignored your pain for years. Exactly. So again, these blessings are gonna start coming in, and all these people that didn't want to take responsibility for how they attacked you while you were down, how they kicked you while you were down, while you were asleep, while you were, a little bit less aware, not as awakened. They're not gonna take responsibility for that. Their attempts to make you feel ostracized, unworthy, to distract you from your goals, distract you from the soul mission and life purpose that you were brought here to manifest. But it doesn't matter, okay? So coming out underneath love will never have you in competition. It's love of your life, okay? You're about to be fulfilled by the love of your life, and that could also be your creative endeavor that you are just, you done found the sweet spot. How about that? We'll say you found the sweet spot in one of your goals, or a project that you've been working on for so long, and this is being too hard on self. You may have at some point almost gave up, but you didn't. You embraced limitlessness, okay? It says embrace limitlessness on the card. I'm trying to see what I want to put on the card to keep it from blowing away. Okay. Let's get a few clarifiers out here. You didn't allow them to destroy your innocence and take your dream for you and make you believe that it's impossible, even though it somewhat was, it could have been, but you are guided, so you keep going after your dreams, keep going after your goal, because you can make the impossible possible. Exactly. With the healer card coming out, knowledge, you have a knowledge that other people don't have, and the understanding that other people don't have. Divinity is coming out, and then the shadow, these people that try to come and stop you, but at the same time this is also part of your shadow, because we're all one. And so the people that come around you are a reflection of you in some way, shape, form, or fashion. But the reason why you were able to achieve your goal is because you found out and figured out how you're supposed to handle those people when they come along, instead of running from them. Look, bottom of the deck is past life. You were possibly a healer in a past life. All this knowledge and divinity that you embodied in a past life, I feel like you have finally defeated that shadow that kept you from taking responsibility. That shadow that kept you in the energy of not knowing what to do to protect yourself while you rested, or to build up your spiritual muscle in order to protect yourself and to be strong enough to defeat the shadow, to face the shadow. But again, that's the reason why you have succeeded, are succeeding, will succeed, and will see the manifestation of your beautiful creation. So the healer card says you are a healer. Don't fear your ability to be a light worker and a way shower. You are stepping into your power. There's so many people, again, made you feel some type of way when you knew you were someone that came here to lead. You probably still got to talk to you blue in your face for people to even listen to you, to understand you, to even give you a chance. But again, these people are not going to take responsibility for not listening to you, making you feel ostracized, having you in competition, and you were sent into their life to heal them. But as you walk away and these people try to come grab you, be like, no, you didn't appreciate me when you had me, when I was around you with the knowledge in this. I'm the same person, But now that all those things that I was speaking life into is coming into fruition. Now you want to come around and act like you've known me forever, like we were the best buds, like you just really supported me? Nah. Don't want to know about my blessings when you ignored my pain for years. You could have poured into me, but you didn't. You could have allowed me to practice with you or whatever, but instead of allowing me to practice with you, you laughed at me. Type ass shit. Healing in the highest form available is what you have received, what you are receiving or about to receive or will receive, whatever. And then once you receive it, you're going to be able to offer that as well. Healing in the highest form. Let's take advantage of it right now. It says relationships. When it comes to relationships, there is a powerful exchange of energy may happen. And it says meditate when you want to heal the physical, mental, and emotional. Want to heal on the physical, mental, emotional, or spiritual plane. Okay, you can meditate on that symbol, which is pretty much the same symbol that's on the which is the theme of the card here. And the knowledge card says new wisdom available. And I feel like that new wisdom that came in is what, you know, was that the key to unlock that final door, you know, to the theory that you've had. And so that final key, you opened it up and now you see that one thing you were missing that interlocks the whole chain, and now it's become one. I don't have the words, y'all. I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. But Spirit also wants you to not get too big-headed, remain teachable. It says get more info before proceeding. And just like I was saying before, like I've cracked it, but now it's time to fine-tune it, to put the finishing touches on it. You know what I'm saying? So that's kind of equates to the energy of getting more information before you proceed. And then also, you know, you got to do the analysis of the market and see how can you market this new ability that you have unlocked, right? In a way that is not going to scare people off, because it's such a healing situation and thing, something that is so spiritual. And it may trigger a lot of people's shadow. And you gotta know that, especially when it's something that is brand new and it's defying the odds in a way. It's not going according to traditional thought. It may bring up a lot of people's shadow, and it doesn't matter. Anytime you're healing and when you heal someone, and look, healer is 32, number 5, and I say 555. But wow, we have 43 and 34 with this shadow and the knowledge card. So that's mirroring images. You know, again, and I spoke about mirroring earlier in the read. But anytime you heal, of course that shadow is going to come up. So when people come to and maybe partake in your product or your business, you got to know that you may be met with people's shadow energy, because their shadow doesn't want them to heal, but you have the knowledge to help them become whole, mind, body, and spirit, because you embody this divinity energy. It says presence of a teacher, or you are the teacher. And I feel like you are the teacher. You know what I'm saying? And then for some, there is a teacher around that's going to help them. But the divinity card says, and this is the symbol for the divinity card, you are divine. It says a warning and blessing. To proceed with love over fear. And so I was just thinking about how to market it. Just proceed with love over fear. Don't allow the fact that people, or that you may feel that people are not going to understand you when you explain yourself, explain your business, explain what it is that you do. Don't worry about people not understanding. Okay? Proceed with love and not fear. You know what you have is going to help people to heal. You know, your religion is love, and you want to spread that love. Healing is love. You know, when you bring healing, you bring love to people. Okay? So, proceed with love over fear, unconditional love, and reverence and understanding. It says make sure choices respect all involved, yourself included. Don't be out there selling your soul for, you know, or making someone feel like you got to sell your soul in order to reach certain eyes or be on big platforms or whatever. And like I said, take your time. Don't rush it. And make sure you are honoring yourself and respecting yourself. Make sure all is respected, yourself included, as you start pushing this new knowledge that you have been downloaded with. Okay? These people that been trying to block you this whole time may have been people that's been chasing you throughout past lifetimes. You know, but this is the lifetime in which you defeat that shadow. You need to know that love would never have you in competition. Love will not ignore your pain. And you need to don't underestimate yourself. Let's get clarity on being too hard on yourself. And again, I feel like this was the energy of the past. And then again, it may be tough to get people. You may like, oh man, I got the key. I know what it is. I figured it out. And then you may put yourself out there and people don't gravitate to it like you think they should. Look, I got the key. Got talisman here. And then release. Spirit says don't worry about that. Just keep doing. Keep putting yourself out there. Release any ties you may have to judgment of people. And just keep pushing. You've gotten this far. Keep going. You got the key. You have it. You understand. You understand it now. I don't know if y'all know that guy on Instagram. Alright. Let's see if we can get more clarity on the love of your life. What if you trusted yourself? And I was really thinking when it comes to love of your life, this is you finding yourself and really trusting in yourself. It says, what if you trusted yourself? Close your eyes and ask, what would I do if I knew I couldn't fail? Let that answer guide you. And again, the card after that is being too hard on yourself. Okay? So, of course, there's the chance that people are not going to get it, but at the same time, I feel like we are with the 555, you know, coming out at the beginning of the read, or as I was starting to read, it was 555. This major change. It's not going to be like it was the last time. I'm sure, like, again, if you've been working on this something for decades upon decades or years or months or whatever, there's been many times that you failed. You thought you had it, but not quite. This is different. This time is different. And I feel like you're just gonna, with love of your life, you're gonna fall in love with yourself, and love yourself the way the divine loves you. You're gonna give yourself the props because you didn't give up. You didn't quit. You know? Radiant aging. Okay? Again, with healer, as you heal yourself, you figure this out, you're gonna be, it's like you're gonna be turning back on some Benjamin Button type ass shit, looking younger versus aging. It says age, a staircase, not a block. Each step, more confidence and more self-love. Love of your life is what we were clarifying, and I was just saying, you are about to find out that you are the love of your life. You are who you've been looking for. Okay? And as you step into that energy more, you're naturally going to emanate the energy of being magnetic, of magnetic what's the saying? It was a card that came out yesterday. I am a magnet for manifesting mysterious miracles. Something just dropped on my head. Hope it wasn't bird poop. But you are a magnet for manifesting mysterious miracles. That's what I was saying yesterday, and maybe that's the reason, or part of the reason why that final, key, that final thing that I needed to complete the thought process, that final building block that I needed. Maybe that's the reason why it came, because I was repeating that mantra to myself. And so that's something, again, a mantra that you guys can use. I am a magnet for manifesting mysterious miracles. I'm a magnet for manifesting mysterious miracles. Okay? We're going to get a Akashic Records card. See it through. See it the fuck through. It don't matter how long you've been working on it, and no matter how long you've worked on it, you kept working, and now you have seen it through. And if you ain't got there yet, keep pushing. All you have to do is not give up. Just don't give up. Okay? It says when you don't always finish what you start, and then talk badly to yourself. Remember, the last card is don't be too hard on yourself. Remember, it's not about the fall, but how long you stayed down. There's been times where I took a little break, or was doubting myself, but the nudge just kept coming. Talk badly to yourself because of it. Break the karmic pattern. We're breaking generational curses, okay? By seeing a project through to the end, and then be proud of what you accomplished. Like I said, you're going to fall in love with yourself and love yourself the way the divine loves you, because you did not give up. I literally just said that. Okay? You did not allow them to destroy your innocence. Choice. You made the choice to stay true to you. No matter how crazy it may, when you try to explain it to people or whatever, no matter how crazy it may sound, you kept pushing. And look, bottom of the deck is discovery. And now you're discovering that you were right all along. Right all along. And that's usually how it always turns out for most of us that are, light workers, or way showers and leaders, just like the healer card spoke about. You are a way shower, you are a healer, you are a teacher. Okay? You're about to be teaching this technique that you have created and innovated. Okay, so the choice quest says you're being asked to make a choice that you've been struggling with. It's time to decide which path you're going to take. You're ready now. Go ahead and take that leap of faith. Now it's time, again, it's time to figure out how you're going to put yourself out there. It's time. You've been struggling on putting yourself out there. Now that you know, without a shadow of a doubt, that what you do is what that is and that it works. Now it's time for you to put yourself out there. Choose which path you're going to take to start marketing yourself and your product. Listen to your intuition. Eliminate everyone else's input and feel your way into the choice that is right for you. The time is now is what it said. Bottom of the deck, discovery says new ideas, people, or opportunities may be coming your way. Why? Because you are a magnet for manifesting mysterious miracles. Period. Discovery. People are about to discover you. You're about to have new ideas. You're about to have these opportunities coming your way. Okay? It says while there is still work to do to reach your goal. I already talked about that. We're still putting finishing touches on it, but it's ready. You may discover new strengths and passions along the way. And like I said, I'm still putting the finishing touches on there. And hell, now that the gate is open, it's about to be a flood. It's about to be the floodgates are about to open. Okay, a cornucopia, of breakthrough energy. And look, break free. And this is going to allow you to break free from that energy of these people that didn't take responsibility. And it could be family. These people that, ignored your pain. Told you to just suck it up, buttercup. Breaking free. You are asked to break free from the tribe in order to live your authentic life. And maybe what was keeping you from doing that is maybe some restrictions, that you may have. But I feel like now that you have hit that spark, the finances and everything is going to balance out so that you can truly break free. Says this isn't easy, but it's very necessary if you're going to share your true self with others. Be brave, be real, be you, and trust that those who love you will always be there for you. All right, family, I'm gonna go ahead and end that there. Hope they helped in some way, shape, form, or fashion. Love you all, and until next time, peace.